to Heroes Who Sucks, the weekly podcast where we review and critique the best and the worst fan-created original characters from the My Little Pony fandom. This show is unscripted and unfiltered, so moderate language will be used. As well, this show can be a little heavy on the critique at times. That being said, if you were easily offended, do not watch. If not, feel free to join us for this week's show. This is episode 65 for June 12th, 2015. This week, we're looking at some ponies that cast a spell on us, and some that feel more like a curse. My name is Mummified Thunderbirds. I am the host and show manager, and I am joined by...
Commander Sparkle, Assistant Project Manager.
Medi Bobo, I'm in charge of gathering questions and viewer interaction.
And I'm Smooth Sailing, and I'm the editor.
And if you couldn't come out of that intro with clear understanding of what this week's theme is, or if you're too lazy to look down at the title of this episode, this week we are taking a look at unicorns. We are starting off our species block a little bit late, but we are getting to it nonetheless. So this is Unicorn 3, and we're going to be taking a look at unicorns. So yeah, that's this week's episode. Fan art! So Octohedge did a character set of us all looking down and kind of being a little, I don't know, somber, reverent, I don't know. But it's quite lovely.
We look at peace. We look at peace, you loser.
Yes, at peace.
Well, except for me, I just look like average day.
Yeah, that's just cute, though. While Smooth looks very magnificent with his lovely wings.
Yeah. Sucks to not have wings, doesn't it, guys?
Honestly,
Well, I mean, it would
Pegasus
suck.
is the second best.
It would suck not to have wings, but I don't know if Commander knows how that feels because Commander got turned into an alicorn princess.
It's true.
Yeah, Alicorn Princess.
Multiple times.
One from Chris, and one from Fancy Fox.
Kuristuin?
Kristuin!
Point being...
Curry!
Yeah, the point is after the our last episode where we had the question and I got voted the Alicorn princess of the group, I got made into an Alicorn princess and prince.
And also, Commander, it seems that you were looking in a mirror because the spitting image sent to us by Tardiceris.
Tardis
Idris.
He's not going to pronounce it right. But yeah, no,
Never.
I enjoyed that because, I mean, I thought it was funny. It was
Like looking in a mirror.
Yeah, it is. It's like a funhouse mirror where it kind of like fucks with it.
Oh yeah, like the colors.
Like
and,
the colors and the
basic designs.
Yeah, exactly, like a funhouse.
You know, because that's possible.
Yeah, dude.
You know, like looking through a weird mirror that's really just a window, and there's really just another person on the other side.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Kirstuin actually made another piece of all five of us, looking or not looking at a laptop in different positions, and I think
it
quite
summarizes
lovely.
our feelings for the show.
Commander and Soren are off, talking about something random, and I'm trying to be majestic.
Looks like I'm
Hey,
upset.
look at this part that I'm about to cut out, guys.
Yeah.
Wasn't it so fun to say, haha, this is what you make me do. Delete.
Ivy Tea Leaf did a cool, dragon? Wait, no.
We're all different animals.
Zodiac
We're all different
signs?
animals blended together.
Zodiac sign? What? Zodiac?
No.
Dog, mouse,
No.
cat, fox?
Cat is not a zodiac sign.
Really?
Nope.
No.
Oh. Lame. I don't know, but it's a thing, and it's cool, and I like it.
That's the oddest combination of animals I ever heard.
Yeah.
Also, Rosie Posey decided to redraw the lovely piece that she did
Way back in the day.
a year ago?
Yeah, a year ago.
Yeah, the
All the way
lovely
back
bat
in
piece.
August.
And I just love... I still feel like you're still making the same face, and I still hear that same sound you always make when it comes to it. There it is. I love that sound.
Yeah, fucking, and talking about the like people who've drawn art of us before, fucking Smooth and I both got some art from McWolfity, and I was like, holy fucking shit, I've been missing this. Fucking, where have you been in my life?
Great fucking transition, Commander. That was wonderful.
And also, I believe she did this art specifically because she listened to our most recent episode, and I think you mumbled something about McWolfity under your breaths, Commander.
Yeah, I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. I remember that.
It wasn't really a mumble. It was more of an I miss McWolfity.
Yeah. Because I think Smooth. Didn't you mention McWolfity as one of your artists?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was one of the artists that I mentioned.
Yeah, and then that's why I said then. But seriously, we missed you a lot.
Have this heart thing. We give it to you.
Also, before moving on, we also got the apologetic tiger made a set for 4 of us. That's super cute.
Oh, right, yeah.
They're all really cute, except for Malphite. He's a
We
loser.
had to apologize to that tiger.
Man, Tiger, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Tiger.
Last thing here, guys. Did we show the clay things that Sapphire Canvas made for us on the show the other times?
What Sapphire? The Sapphire Canvas thing?
Yeah, the clay things that she made for us, forever ago.
I don't think so.
No, we did.
We did? Great!
Those things that were made, 2 months ago? Well, turns out that, she'd actually been working on something for me for a while. You might be able to guess it, just, by looking at the title, maybe. Freaking adorable! I'm so happy! It's just, the most adorableest thing.
Oh my god,
That's cute.
Look!
it's actually quite adorable.
It's so cute! I don't know how to form words that describe how cute this is. It's adorable! That's all I had to talk about. We can move on now. So cute!
Moving on into the actual OC review of the show. So, like we always do at this time, let me roll the die of fate to see who gets to go first. Looks like I rolled a 3 this week, so that means Medi gets to go first.
Alright, this is Guiding Light / Morning Melody by Silverboy27. Well, you see, Guiding Light doesn't really have any nicknames because it's a ghost pony, or a guiding soul pony. Her occupation is guiding souls through purgatory, or Ponitorgi.
Ponitorgi.
She is blunt, quiet, trustful, and reserved, unlike Mummified.
Nope. Sorry.
Guiding Light has no memory of her past or how she died. She just endlessly guides ponies through the purgatory.
There you go.
She is very ghost-like now, and she has a broken horn. And even though she can't remember much of when she was alive, she knows enough that she was cheated by a ghost. Now, let me tell you about Morning Melody. Well, you see, Morning Melody, also known as Mel or Melody, was an average Canterlot unicorn who had a thing for singing. In fact, her occupation was trying to land a singing career, which, I will remind you, is not an occupation. Trying to find a job is not a job. Her cutie mark is the sun coming out over clouds with a music note in the middle. I'm assuming because morning and then melody, so it's a combination of the two. It's play on her name. Its meaning is representing her talent in singing. Also shows how she got it singing in the morning. I assume that's what they're trying to get at. It shows that when she got her cutie mark. Her personality is blunt, trustful, ditzy, excitable, kind, careless, and a dreamer, which kind of just sound like random positive features, which I'm not a big fan of. When she went to an audition to try to make it big as a singing pony, during the audition, halfway through one of her big songs, a light fixture's cable came loose and snapped and fell right on top of her head, killing her instantly.
At least she didn't feel pain.
Yeah, at least she didn't feel pain, but she broke her horn. She didn't realize that she had died, though. And a ghost-cloaked pony covered in a bloody cloak appeared before her and told her he would bring her back the way she came. She trusted him, and he ended up leading her to a dead end and gave her 2 options: disappear forever or take his place. And being the person that she was, she took his place and was given the new name of Guiding Light. And all of her memories were gone. I like the story. It definitely a very interesting take on the honestly grim-dark tone of, or grim-dark theme, but done in kind of a positive light. It's not positive what happened to her.
It's more of a guiding light.
But it's not positive what happened to her, but it's covered more covered better than what I've seen from a lot of gore hounds who are like, oh, she didn't describe the horrible action that happened to her face when the thing hit. It was just fell on her head, she died.
Yep.
It's I like that because it focuses more on how she got to a place and not what happened to her. Sometimes life is tragic like this. And I like it.
I like it too. It doesn't try to be super over heavy about what it's trying to convey. And it's really a nice story about... Well, it's not a nice story because the pony died, but still.
Yeah, I feel like... It feels like death without a message. And I like that because death doesn't always come with a message.
So sometimes bad things happen to good ponies.
Exactly. It's just because she died trying to achieve her goal, it's not like they're like, so you should give up on ever trying to achieve anything in your entire life. And it's that's usually what that's usually what you expect from a grim dark type of story like that. But it's no, it's she died doing what she wanted to do. It happens. Sometimes life is fucking shitty. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you're a ghost story for spooks. Now, say the picture that Silverboy 27 used was an image for a fanfiction, I would be attracted right away. And speaking of the image itself, let's move on to aesthetics. I love the color design. It is super fucking cute.
Yeah.
The yellows and the blues.
I don't like the fact that her hair goes from being blue to being yellow in those one parts. It's really weird and it doesn't make sense.
Shut up, Smooth. Shut your fucking mouth right now.
You're the worst, Smooth.
Now, if I did have a complaint about that, though, is that we don't see what her cutie mark looks like untinted by the light. Where we do see colors of her hair untinted by the light, and you can see one of her eyes untinted by the light, and her mane untinted by the light, or her coat untinted by the light. You don't see the cutie mark's full colors, because I'm not going to... I like it. It's not super over-designed. I mean, the sun's outline can go away, and I'd be okay with that. But I think it looks fine, and I think it kind of fits. It's it's sort of talent-related, and it's sort of symbolistic, and that's fine. I also like the design of her as a guiding light. Because I feel like it captures... It reminds me of Spooks, and how you can capture kind of like a tortured soul, but adorably.
I wonder why it would remind you of Spooks.
I like this. I feel like this is better suited at the image we are presented with is better suited as an image and not a character study of this character. With Silverboy, they usually when they submit an OC, they submit it with just the OC by itself, and that works.
That little white outline thing,
and that works really well. But this image gives me more of I could see this being, like I said, a cover for fanfiction about this character, a more in-depth backstory on her.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if you wanted to make Guiding Light or Morning Melody more drawn out, I would give her more of their own character sheets instead of blend them together into this one.
No,
even though they are the same pony.
I think it makes sense to have them still be the same one. I just don't want the light shining over them. I'd like to actually be able to, in this character aesthetic review, I'd like to have them be completely and totally correct. I know I can get most of them already. It just bugs me. Because that's how the smooth work. Apologies.
I would definitely tone down the cutie mark just a little bit. Just that tiny little bit of outlines I feel could go. And I would work more on fleshing out the backstory of ponies that guide pony souls through purgatory or ponitory, or specifically with the choice of words.
Wonderful. Thank you. So, then moving on to the next person to review. It rolled a 4, so that means Smooth gets to go next.
Okay. So this is Lovestruck. She's about the age of the main 6, a little bit taller than them, but a little bit shorter than now Alicorn Princess Twilight Sparkle. Her special talent is to be able to make any pony fall in love with her through a spell that she has mastered, that she made herself, but she can only currently work on one pony at a time. If you have a strong enough willpower, you can not be affected by it. Personality-wise, she's attention needing. She craves it. She loves being admired, and she loves being in control of ponies and situations. But she can also be incredibly emotional and turn into a ball of sobs and wails. Wails is in W-A-I-L-S, not the animal.
I was about to say, a ball of whales would be a big-ass ball.
She's incredibly egotistical, and she's childish nature. She's childish, but not rude. And she tries to stay as calm as possible so her spell can actually work. She absolutely loves affection, cuddling, love. She loves love, especially when it's toward her, like romance, and she loves Hearts and Hooves Day, and she loves her father, and she loves keeping clean and neat, and having control over the situation. She dislikes losing control of the situation, getting dirty or messy, or those who look like they could beat her up if she just so happened to not be in control of the situation, because it's a lot more difficult to be in control.
What you're telling me is that this pony profiles people.
Yes. She's of rather wealthy upbringing because of her father, who divorced mother and got to keep Lovestruck. And he basically spoiled her because he had a lot of money and was able to. And because of that, she became spoiled, obviously, and got that immense craving for attention, because when she was with him, she always had attention, and when she went into the real world, all of a sudden, people didn't care.
Man, so what you're telling me is that she got like reality fucking smacked across her face then.
Unfortunately, she's trying to fight back. So she decided she wanted to make a spell to be able to control people to make them like her. So she started doing that, yeah. Eventually, she still didn't have her cutie mark for quite a while, and there were some who were starting to, make fun of her for it. She was just like, you know what? Screw this. I'm gonna make people like me. So she did. And then she got her cutie mark. The necklace she wears is a birthday present that she got from both her father and her mother.
So, I like the fact that you brought on this character for good, despite the fact that I would never characterize this pony as a good pony, though. I mean, personality-wise. Personality-wise, she's a bitch. Like, constantly wants everybody's attention, is always, like, she has a spell to make people love her.
That's her
bitch.
Entire talent.
Yeah, bitch. But then it's like, that being said, though this could be categorized as a quote-unquote bad character, I think that this is well written. And, like, this gives her proper motivation to have to be this way. And I like it.
I find it very interesting that... Yeah, I definitely think that it's... The cutie arc definitely, like, pulls this, or sort of ties the character together in the whole idea of this sort of full of her, almost full of herself idea, where she's gotten to the point that her special talent is being a narcissist, basically. And I think that in the context of this character, it works. I'm not 100% sure how that works as a talent or what she'll be able to do in her life, other than just
it's
cheat
the
away
mooch
through
off
everything.
everyone cutie mark talent.
Yeah, it's the I'm a total dickbag talent, so it kind of seems like. But I mean, again, for the character, it works. I'm not sure. At least it makes sense. I'm not sure how a cutie mark like that would work in a broader context. But I mean, I can give it a pass.
How can you actually make a useful living off that? Haha, that's a good one.
Yeah, right.
She's freaking cute.
Ha!
By the way,
Lovely.
just so you know.
Just in case you were wondering about that fact.
Also, she has that air of elegance about her, and I freaking love it.
I think you mean arrogance.
Ha! Air of
They're
elegance.
like
arrogance.
almost the same thing sometimes. They're really not. They shouldn't be ever.
They definitely shouldn't be.
I love that.
But I see a lot of characters, those are very common things for.
Nice.
For some reason, I
Snobby.
like that trope. I also really like her color palette. I'm not sure if I can really jive with the whole pupils not being black.
Black?
That really bugs me because every pony always forever has, black pupils, but I guess.
If it's like a style thing, then
Yeah, if it's a style thing, yeah, whatever. But it bugs me a little bit if it were explained. I just kind of hope it's a style thing because I'm not sure there's a good way of explaining it.
There isn't. We'll just say it's a style thing.
Hopefully. Anyway, I love the colors. Pink and pink. And what exactly is her
Red.
eye color?
It's a lightish red.
Yeah.
Actually is lightish red.
Yeah, a lightish red, not pink.
Oh God, what the fuck is going on with her back hoof?
Oh no!
Yeah,
What the
that back leg, the anatomy on that back leg, like the anatomy overall is not terrible, but the anatomy on that back leg is.
She pissed off the
Looks
wrong
painful.
pony and just went.
It looks straight up broken. Like that does not look in any way like what it should. I see what
so
they were
good.
going for. It didn't quite work.
Horse anatomy.
Because
It doesn't really
I don't-
work that way.
I don't think there's a joint there. Don't think so. You have to sort of like extend the leg from the thigh out backwards to get what you're going for.
No, I think there might actually be a joint around that area, but it doesn't actually go back, it only goes forward. I freaking like her design a lot, really well.
She got that princess curl on both sides of her head.
Yeah. It like works. It looks good. I like it, and I like her colors. This pony just looks and acts like it works together, like cohesively. I like her a lot, and she's cute and freaking elegant and arrogant.
Snobby. Yes.
Well then, thank you, Smooth, for talking about that OC. Rolling the die of fate, it rolled a 3 again. 3 again. 3 again.
Welcome back, Die of Fate.
2. Yeah, because I'm actually standing up for this. It rolled a 2 that time. So that means it gets to be Commander's turn.
So the OC that I brought on this week is Bella, or Bella Bloo, but she doesn't actually tell most people her last name because it kind of embarrasses her, even though she's mostly blue. I don't know why it would be particularly embarrassing, but that's beside the point. For accessories, she always has those earrings on, the heart earrings, which are adorable as fuck, might I say. And the socks she has, she loves wearing them, but she never does outside of her house because she would feel humiliated to do so and is kind of embarrassed by them, but she loves them. She likes donuts, cats, shiny things, heart-shaped things, color accents that repeat themselves more than once, and being home with Mika, who is her pet. Dislikes the dark, being all alone, color accents that don't repeat themselves more than once, olives, and when Mika is out of sight. So yeah, the one thing that I'm just gonna say very quickly from what I remember about this character is I like the whole color accents thing because I think it's kind of funny. However, the only problem I have is that I don't really see it appear anywhere else. I think that it'd be funny if that was somehow shown in the character instead of just tell us that she doesn't like these things. But maybe it was just didn't work in this sort of thing, so maybe something else.
Yeah,
but
and either way, her socks look like they go against that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just a solid color with a thing here and a thing here. The thing on the toe and the thing on the heel. It's not really a repeating pattern of color, really.
Yeah, that's one thing I find interesting. Is like, is it just any colors that you see that don't repeat themselves, or? Anyways, for her sort of backstory stuff, when she was young, she had a pretty simple life, but she never really had too many friends. She only would ever really have one friend at a time. She always really Is that a proper clun? Yeah, there you go. I was like claim. I know that's a word, but I don't think that's the right word. But she always was very clingy to that single friend, and but one day she got an internship with a ice sculptor, and she was allowed to sculpt a couple of statues of or from like blocks of ice. And then one time when the boss person was away, she's like, "Oh man, I finished what I was doing. Oh hey, that looks like it'd be fun to sculpt. That's a little bit weird color, but I'm just gonna fuck it. Well, I'll just do it." And she did, and the boss came back and was like, "Holy shit! That was diamond, not ice." Like he then spoke to her that it takes quite a lot of talent, and once she understood what the fuck she actually did, got a cutie mark. And because that's something that would take a little bit of talent to just be like, "I'm just gonna do this thing," and just did it on accident. So yeah, that's how she got her cutie mark. Currently, she actually owns a store where she'll get crystals from people and then craft them into different things and send them to different jewelry shops and clothing stores for ponies who commission them. And then she also will also make small statues and other stuff like that on the side, or if people commission those as well. And currently, her favorite thing that she's made is a diamond sculpture of her pet cat Mika, who she loves very much, as you can tell from the likes and dislikes. She also made those earrings she has. For her flaws is that she's bad at making friends, and like I said, she's a bit clingy when she does make them, so sometimes they get a little bit aggravated. She's pretty lazy a lot of the time, and will make plans and stuff, but then they sort of just fall through, and she's like, whatever, because whatever. And she's a lot of times very shy and quiet, but sometimes when she hangs out with when she hangs out with a group of ponies, she is words. She can be very shy and quiet a lot of the times, and sometimes when she hangs out with some groups of ponies that she doesn't really know at all, she's so shy that she just won't speak at all unless very directly spoken to and asked questions and stuff like that, which has a lot of times people confuse this and just think she's really creepy because she's just quiet. And she also, whenever Mika is out of sight, she worries and imagines the most possible things that could possibly be happening because it freaks her out. And also she's a bit clumsy, which that is definitely a flaw, but it's one thing that I would maybe not include because you probably don't want to be a clumsy ice sculptor or diamond or jewel sculptor.
Yeah. It's a little
You have enough flaws. I think you can leave that one out.
But when they're in the zone, they're very it's the way that they're able to leave it all behind. Their clumsiness.
What if? But imagine being in like your shop and you have tons of like very delicate jewels all around you. Do you want to be clumsy?
Cruel irony?
I don't think so. I don't think so, Mummified.
I mean, that's kind of irony.
Is that irony?
It's not. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much pretty much all of the character. If you guys want to talk about it.
Yeah, bringing up that clumsy aspect before we move on to aesthetics, I don't like the influx of characters who have clumsy as a personality trait, even though they work in field. They have clumsy as part of their character, yet they work in a field where being clumsy
explicitly
is not very
good. 1, it's really fucking cute. 2, fucking love her colors. Holy shit. I love all of them. I don't think there's a single color there that I dislike. Like, they all fit very well together. None of them like are too glaring and sticking out like in a bad way. They all work together. I like them. I can tell that was originally made in Pony Creator, which good job taking a Pony Creator OC and making it look awesome.
Yay!
Yay! Seriously.
Her subtle eyelash movement or placement gives this kind of like very innocent look to her, and I like it.
Other than the fact that she's really cute, and I really love that cute little muzzle because it's really cute.
It is quite cute.
I just all around I really like this character. The use of color is really good. I like the recycling of the colors in the eye cutie mark and the accessories. I think that's a very good way to do things because recycling colors, especially in a pony that has these really basic sort of it does the whole sort of kind of red and blue, but actually does it well together by sort of shifting them on different ends of the spectrum of those colors. I really like that.
Nice. Well, thank you very much there, Commander. Moving on to the next pony, let me just move right on to me instead of rolling the die. This is Starry Stream by Cherub Charabia. Cherub by Cherub.
You're dumb.
So
We at EuroC do not condone Mummified butchering names.
We actually condemn it.
And the first thing that you may be thinking of when you pull up this picture is, oh, that pony has 2 horns. That's going to be sort of interesting. So, the thing is about that is that her parents were ecobiologists, and while her mother was pregnant, they took a trip to Boggy Bottom Barn? Yeah, Boggy Bottom Barn. Or was it Froggy
Bottom Bog?
Froggy Bottom
Barn?
Bog.
Bog.
Froggy Bottom Bog. Bog.
Oh my god.
Froggy
it's
Bottom
written there.
Bog. Sorry. So they were at Froggy Bottom Bog doing a research experiment, and they slipped and fell into the bog and carried them miles away from, or a fair ways away from where they were, and spat them out, to which they had no idea where they were, and they were stuck there, lost and trapped for, I believe, a week, they said? Yeah. And without food or any way of communicating or water or anything like that on how to get home. Eventually were rescued and made their way back to town. Upon getting back and eventually Starry Stream was bored, much to the surprise of her mother, father, and I believe all medical staff, they were surprised to see that, oh my gosh, they have the pony has 2 horns. And so Starry Stream was born with 2 horns, and it is kind of attributed to the fact that she was like apparently like some kind of birth defect because of the fact that they were in the bog and they got separated and in something blah blah blah.
I'm just gonna say this really quick. If the bog is so dangerous that it can cause a birth defect, why are you still studying it while pregnant?
Yeah, I don't know if they actually stopped because, or that they knew that beforehand or not, but still. Anyway.
Well, I guess they know now.
Unfortunately, just because she has 2 horns doesn't mean she has twice the magical power. In fact, she kind of sucks at doing magic now because of it. She has a hard time controlling it, and because of that, she was a very late bloomer for having magical abilities, and she was being bullied because she didn't know how to do magic, but then she was also bullied for being so late at being able to do magic. So it's like, oh, well, we're going to hit you from both ends because guess what? We're bullies and we're dicks. And then you're like, oh, this person's an asshole. Eventually, the bullying did become so bad that her parents had to take her out of school. Not just because of the fact that she had a bad time with magic, but also because she hates her color palette, and because people would constantly be like, "You look like an alien." Because she was pulled out of school, she had strong ties to her family, and so she realized that being family bonds are very important, and because if I remember correctly, it's also because of this that she has a strong distrust for everybody else. But in her personality, she says that she's hardworking and kind, often slips up and says the exact opposite of what everybody wants to hear. She's unable to pick up on basic social cues.
Socially unaware.
Socially unaware is the thing that she is still very clingy and desperate for her friends' attention, and is always worrying if she's secretly pissing them off or not. So she's socially unaware, but very socially concerned. How she got her cutie mark? She can't remember. She actually was sitting on top of a hill, I guess. There's a 1-page comic panel about how she got her cutie mark. She's sitting on top of a hill. Suddenly, something clicks in her head. She says a bunch of gobbledygook. She rises in the air. Gobbledygook goes back into her mouth. She passes out. Boom! There's a cutie mark on the side of her butt.
I'm a skeptic, and I am not convinced on this cutie mark.
I like this character just because it all seems to be a nice, safe, not safe, but a nice, steady pastel color.
I feel like they should have gone with a different background drop besides white, because white is painful to look at.
Smooth isn't hurt by colors like that, so he doesn't complain, and he doesn't understand why others do.
The colors are okay. I can kind of see where Meddy's coming from. If the background was a little bit of a different color, make it a little bit easier for me to focus on them properly. My only problem really when it comes to colors isn't really the colors themselves, but how the colors work in the tail. And sort of the mane and tail is hair doesn't work like that, and unless those
apparently she's mutation or whatever, or however she works exactly. So
unless her hair color changes and then stays consistent for a period of time and then switches back and then does that repeatedly,
I could see it.
Unless that is a thing that happens, then that doesn't work. If it is that by some godforsaken reason, explain that.
Magic.
Well, she does hate the colors. That would probably be a reason to hate them.
Maybe she hates them because maybe she just thinks they look like shit. Maybe she just really it's the fact that she was always bullied for a lot of things. She just grew to hate them because she's like, wow, this is why people don't like me.
She likes her hair or she likes her mane and tail in those styles. She cannot get them one solid color because her hair doesn't grow that long in those colors. That would suck so badly.
Yeah, if you explain that using the what's being said, then I could understand a little bit more. But from normal pony things, that it doesn't quite work.
Normal pony things with this pony.
This pony's. I mean, they're definitely not a normal pony. I'll give them that.
This character, I like it. There was something I didn't like about this character, but I can't remember what exactly it was. Other than the fact that, if there is a story, go ahead and get that story out there, because we kind of want to know about, what the cutie mark is, or why she can't remember how she got her cutie mark, and, all the other things. But
what's the ethereal bullshit that's going on in that comic?
Yeah, like, what's going on here? We want to know this. Like, this is half of what, like, goes into, well, not really half, but it's a good chunk of what makes a character in the Pony universe a character is how they got their cutie mark. Like, it's a cutie mark story. I mean, like, come on, put it out.